Dude, I have never seen the Maple Leaf Lounge this empty and this quiet. Literally, pick anywhere you want to sit. You got options. 4:48 our flight to Cancun is the first one out. 6:15 on time. We should be boarding in about, I'd say, well, what is it? I think it's at around 5:35. So we're looking at around 45 minutes from now. But that does give us a great time to grab some breakfast. Yeah, we got tons of time, so, and all this space. Look at this. You can properly look at the Maple Leaf Lounge for once. You got fruit salad, hard-boiled eggs, watermelon, individual flavored yogurts, cucumbers, cottage cheese, strawberry jam, butterballs, cream cheese. Very nice. Great preparation. We got oatmeal. We have maple syrup, Belgian waffles, country style potato wedges, cheddar scrambled eggs, and pea meal bacon. So good options here as well. I am looking forward to this breakfast. So because of our diversion from Frankfurt, we landed Edinburgh because of the delay. That set us back quite a bit. So we landed back in Toronto around, I'd say just past 11 p.m. And because of that, you know, we literally got home, freshened up, repacked, did some laundry, and now we're here. So warming up my plate with some pea meal bacon, some potato wedges, hard-boiled eggs, and some scrambled eggs with cheddar. Now it's time to brew myself a coffee. Black coffee, start. It already senses where the mug is. Look at this. So actually it was literally like, you know, like I can literally fill up whatever water I want from here. You can get still or sparkling, doesn't matter. You got everything you need. Literally everything. Look at this girl. She's grabbing whatever she wants. You loving life? Yeah. Me too. I'm loving life, I tell you. Lounges, I feel like, are a different level of bougie. And, well, this one, yeah. Because we've been to, like, some Plaza Premium lounges, and those are just sad. Whereas this is, like, primo.
I'm gonna go find a nice spot.
Primo. Yeah. I'll go find a nice spot. I'm gonna grab my coffee and then I'll be on the way. And this is exactly what we missed out on in Frankfurt. If they would have just let us in or fixed this stupid agreement that they have, we would have been able to take advantage of such a lovely benefit. I tell you, like this is just like a half of it. And just so you know, this is the Terminal 1 Maple Leaf Lounge for international flights. There is when you go to Terminal 1 and you pass through security, there is to your left an Maple Leaf lounge signage, but that's for domestic flights. So we've accidentally gone through that before, and we're like, no, we got to go through, follow the E gates, and then we can finally get to the part where literally straight ahead after some walking belts that you just see big Maple Leaf Lounge. Go ahead, dine, and we're loving life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just like that, the plates are all empty. She's got a smirk on her face. Who knows who she's texting? Probably a secret boyfriend. But anyways, that was a great meal. As you can see, just little bits of scrambled egg left. Great vibes. Early morning. It is, let's see. By the way, check that out. Brand new Apple Watch. Woo! Yeah, I literally ordered this while we were in Greece or Paris. And I literally charged it as soon as I could. well, within like the 2 hours we had at home, and got it on my wrist with this custom band that I used to use on my old watch. But yeah, love it. Anyways, yeah, whole point of that was the time is 5:09, and it is super quiet. And yes, you are right, we should be boarding at 5:35. So basically we should go grab any last bits of food or coffee or juice that you'd like, and we should make our way downstairs. You know how it's funny, right? How like every single traveler has that thing in them where they just want to see where their gate is. Okay, let me just make sure that gate is there. Okay, cool, and then I'll come back to it. Right? Yeah. Isn't that weird? But I think
confirmation that it's still there. I think that's.
No, I think it's more so you want to gauge the time and the distance it takes to get there. Yeah, so that when you want to go off and do something else, you know that, okay, well, I can stay an extra 2 minutes here because I know it only takes 5 minutes to get there. Right? Yeah, so that makes more sense.
That actually does make a lot of sense, because sometimes you just want to know, like, if I have to get food,
yeah,
how long, if there's a wait at the food stand, how long can I feasibly wait in that line?
Exactly.
Without being delayed to getting to my gate.
Exactly.
So then sometimes you want to know, it's like, well, maybe, or sometimes you have to go check in your gate to see if there's other food near your gate too.
Yeah, exactly. There's tons of options. You never know. And you never want to be like, oh shoot, I should have had that, because you only got one belly, man.
Like once you stop at the first place you see, and then you like walk past all the others and you're like, oh, I could have had that.
Literally. Yeah, literally. But you know, now we're at the point where it's like, I don't even care if there are better options. The fact that we get to have this benefit for free, it's just a cherry on top, you know?
And the thing is, the lounge food has been amazing every time that we come. Yeah. I mean, we'll come a couple times, but like you can tell it's like the best quality lounge food we've had, because there's been like fresh fruit, like properly cooked items, like with actual flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like when we went to the Plaza Premium Lounge, was it in Heathrow?
It was in Heathrow, yeah.
Yeah. When we went to that lounge, like everyone hated the food. Like you could see it, like visually, like everyone was like eating a couple bites and then just leaving their plates full of food.
And people were just leaving.
Yeah, and just leaving because the food was horrible. And I don't know if it's like a London thing or if it was just a Plaza Premium thing at that airport. But I mean, we've been to this lounge twice now, and it's been amazing. And it's really nice to be able to be here so early where there's literally no one else.
Literally. There's nobody. There's like some people over there, like I think there's like 3 people over there, but like the majority of this lounge is completely quiet, and essentially we have it all to ourselves.
Yeah, and we've never seen that before.
No.
Yeah.
But it is almost perfect.
I've been to the domestic lounge a couple times.
Yeah.
And I've also never seen it as quiet, so it's pretty nice.
It is nice. That's what you get when you're traveling at 5:12.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, let's wrap up. Let's put our stuff away. Be good customers.
Yeah.
And head downstairs. Alrighty. Ciao. Alright, so I've never seen this area straight down here. It does say it's a cell-free zone. Obviously there's no one in here, so you know it's okay. But obviously if there were people, I would respect their privacy, and I wouldn't want to be out here talking or being loud and obnoxious. But it looks like there's a shower here. There's a second shower there. It's really cool. You gotta see an agent at the reception for a key to get in. But very awesome. This also looks like a little, this is private lounge. Very interesting. This is the other side. There's tons of seating, but this is really cool. Private lounge. You can kind of see what's in here. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. We are ready to go. Also, another area I wouldn't normally film, but there's no one here, so take a look at the bathrooms. Very nice, very nice. And those doors are probably the tallest I've ever seen. That's insane. Anyways, see you guys on the other side.
We made it!
We're back in Cancun after like nearly 2.5 years.
And after like more than 24 hours of travel.
I know. So we're off to grab our bags and do immigration and all that good stuff. And then we should be on our way to find our coming to shuttle. And from previous experience, we know that it takes around an hour to get to our resort, so we have more sitting and commuting to do. But hey, it's okay, it's all worth it, and I'm excited.
Break. We're walking.
Yeah, exactly.
Through this stuff.
Exactly. So let's go through this and see where we end up. Ooh. Yeah, me too. Same here. I feel like the airport feels just a little different.
I like the weather upgraded.
Yeah, I think so. Like, look at all this. Yeah, true. It's been 2.5 years. A lot can change, so it looks really cool. Very cool. We're here.
Finally.
It feels so weird to say in a way that's like we're home.
Yeah.
Because it's so familiar.
Properties always feel like home.
I know.
Welcome home, but it feels like that.
Exactly.
Like home.
Exactly. 100%. Like obviously we have not stayed at Akumal. We stayed at Tulum last time.
Yeah.
But again, it just feels so familiar.
Yeah.
You know? Awesome. And we're here. But we're absolutely knackered and just chilling in the sports bar. Not a bad view if I do say so myself. But yeah, we're very tired. Very, very tired. Very sweaty. Very sticky. All of the above, I tell you. So, here, let's get you in the conversation. We got here around like 11:40ish. 11:40ish we got here. We were hoping that we'd kind of get checked in earlier rather than later, because the last few times that we've stayed with the property group, we've been able to kind of, you know, get shifted into our room within the hour before, right? So, if not right away. And this time, they're quite adamant on the fact that the room's going to be ready for 3 p.m. So, it is now 2:30. We're just chilling. I've had a few drinks, but I'm so tired that I don't even know what I'm feeling. But ice cold water is definitely hitting very good. But yeah, resort. First feeling that we felt as soon as we got here is it feels like home, just because of how familiar everything is. Despite not having been to Akumal before, you know, we've been to Punta Cana's Bahia Principe Resort. We've been to the next one over from here, Tulum. So, you know, we've had great experiences. We were quick to kind of pick up like what the dealio is around the resort. So we're just chilling. We know what we want to do, but in this moment, we just want our room. So we can have a quick rinse, kind of wash this stickiness away, because it's quite humid. It's very, very humid. And also, yeah, there's, sorry? No, because it's all open. There's obviously no AC. It's just like big fans. So that's why it's a little sticky. So we're just hoping that we can kind of rinse off, relax, kick up our feet on the bed, and just absolutely knock out for a good couple hours at least. Luckily, I pushed our dinner reservation today. It's at I think Dolce Vita, which is within this property, Luxury Akumal, and they're like Italian themed restaurants. So they got pastas, pizzas, and we've been there before when we stayed at Tulum. We just kind of have to hop over to the next resort for that reservation, but we did have that before. So you know, we're familiar with a few of the restaurants that we have booked in advance, and some we're really looking forward to going back to again, like Grand Tortuga, which is kind of like a Brazilian rodizio style, where you know you got cards and you can flip whether you want meat or no meat. So that's always great, especially if you want to get packed full of protein. So it's never a bad thing. And then second is Tequila, which is a really amazing, like proper authentic Mexican restaurant. Like you literally go in there, you can just smell the fresh like tortillas being like stone made, you know, like you can smell the stone and everything. It's just amazing. Their margaritas, I don't really drink a lot of margaritas, but I remember 2 years ago when we went, and 2 years ago, think about it, the first time we ever came to this property with Bahia Principe was right kind of the neighboring area, which is Grand Tulum. And when we got here our first day, that was us celebrating 5 months together. Whereas, think about it, how we've come full circle and we're literally coming back here for our honeymoon now. Obviously, we're like super tired, so we can't display our excitement at this moment. But once we can kind of get our energy back, get well rested, get showered, cleaned up, then we'll definitely be feeling really excited. As soon as we actually got off the plane was quite a smooth ride, just solid 4 hours straight. Apparently I was knocked out, snoring so loud. Probably she said it was the loudest she's ever heard me. But just let that be, you know, an example of how tired I was, like especially like everything that we've been doing for the honeymoon, because our honeymoon didn't start yesterday. It started 12 days ago from the 15th, so it's been a while. Yeah, we're excited to finally, like I said, be home so we can relax, you know, chill in the pool. I can sip as many pina coladas as I want, which is always a great plan, because I tell you, the pina coladas that they make here, it hits different. I tried at home, can't get it. But anyways, we're gonna chill, relax. Hopefully we can check in very soon. We'll do a quick tour of the room that we got. It is newly renovated. What I'll show, I don't know if the outside part of the rooms have been updated. For example, you can actually see right behind me. So these are kind of like the villas. They consist of 3 levels, and there's usually 6 rooms per level, right? I think 18 rooms, and I don't know if there's anything behind. Actually, no, it should be all the way through, because then you got the balcony going over. But you got like about 18 rooms per villa. That one is Villa 49, I believe. The next one over that way behind me is about, I think it's 50. That's 50. Yeah, 50. So it goes in order. I think we're like 61. Ours is newly renovated, so I'm looking forward to seeing, especially from the exterior, if it looks the exact same, it's just the interior refreshed, or if they actually stand out as like totally new buildings. But I'm excited to check out the room. I'll definitely showcase that. We can take a look and see what that looks like. We did see how much it would be if we had to do an upgrade, and you can get the same room essentially. So we got lucky enough to get the top floor, which we'll take. You know, I honestly, like, I have no problem taking the top floor of any place, any hotel. Thing is, if let's say we wanted to get like the similar room but a swim up similar to what we had in Stella Palace, the swim up would cost us $50 USD per person per night. We're staying here 9 nights, so that would have been basically like 900 USD. Is that correct? Huh? Yeah, that would have been 900 USD. Yeah, holy crap, yeah. Yeah. Wow. I never did the math properly. Because at the counter I was like, oh yeah, it sounds, it's probably like around, like 700. It's not 700 at all. Or did he say 35?
It says $35 per person per night.
35. That's where I got the $700 figure from.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it was like 10 days. With 9 nights. And then it's like $70 a day.
Yeah. So you're looking at 630 USD, which, you know, if we do the math, comes up to around it comes out to around 840 Canadian dollars ish. Let's just go with the ballpark rate, 850, right? That's $850 that we could be putting towards something else. Especially because, you know, we're kind of lucky today. It's over there. Let me see if I can show you. Behind me, you probably can't see it, but like it's pretty overcast outside. And there was a hurricane scare in the past few days. Luckily, it kind of passed over while we were returning back from Europe.
A few other tropical storms in the area.
Yeah, there are some other tropical storms kind of still going on, so that is something to kind of be aware of, because obviously the weather's not going to be super pristine while we are here. Apparently this is hurricane season, right? So can't really blame. I know most of the impact's actually over by Florida from what I saw when I was doing some weather tracking. Yeah, we do have some days of rain, and that's why, you know, when we kind of think about it, especially if it's raining super hard and super windy and you can't really enjoy yourself, what's the point of dishing out all the extra money on a swim-up room when you can hardly really reap the benefits of it, right? Like, Stella Palace was great, as long as, like, only thing was that the water was really cold, right? Had the water been a bit warmer by even like 2 to 3 degrees, we would have been in there much longer on a much more consistent basis.
The other thing was that, like, because the weather in South Crete was kind of on the cooler side too.
Yes, it is cooler.
It didn't make you want to go into the cold pool.
Exactly, like the highest we ever got was like 25, 26. But it really felt more towards the lower end of the 20s. And there was like a cooler feeling. There was like not a lot of humidity in the air, so that too does contribute to the fact that it's going to stay cooler in the area. And if you're out of direct sunlight and there's wind going on, the moment you get out of that pool, you are freezing. So, you know, obviously it's not the case here, Bahia Principe is definitely a different standard. There's a reason why we keep coming back and back. Doesn't matter where we are, what country, but we're very keen on checking out all the property groups. Yeah, all I can say is we're excited. This is day 1. We have 9 more days to go, 9 nights specifically, and we're gonna get drunk, eat good food, get some suntan going, practice swimming in the pool, and just have fun, because that is the whole purpose of this portion of the trip. You know, this is the last essentially week and a half of our honeymoon, and now it's time for us to let go and just relax. It was crazy the first leg, where we're just running around and just absolutely checking out everything as fast as we can, but you know, it was great. It was great while it lasted, but I tell you, it caught up with us quick, and we need some rest. We want to chill on an all-inclusive resort, not have to worry about any unexpected expenses, and just vibe. All right? So those are my 2 cents. Thank you guys for listening. We'll cut forward to what the room looks like in about 20 minutes, all right?